Hey everybody, Rodman here. Thanks for tuning in to the Philosopher King, a RimWorld royalty series about being a benevolent ruler in a benevolent society. Governed by these rules and goals and the projects that you vote on. So, to pick up where we left off, we are one day into the High Stellarch defense. There will be 11 more days of raids quite like these. So we have to be on our toes and ready to defend ourselves. I have Zero mining up some additional steel for us. We've sorted out some bedrooms so that the guests can be comfortable. And we are trying to cremate the dead out of respect. Shay got a shoot frenzy. That's going to be helpful. I think what I'm going to do here is expand the zone. What will happen here is, of course, there will be bodies littered that are non-bloodlust we'll be able to see, but at least it will keep the animals hauling. No, maybe we don't even need to do that, as long as we keep up with the cremation efforts. And we have a scattered mech raid. Looks like one of them is landing south in our monument square. So I will schedule everybody to safe and animals to the barn. I'll keep them inside. At this hour, there's really not a lot of people up. So, it would be a good time to power on the turrets. So, leaving the card up, I'll be able to track the mechs. How many they are. Okay, so we have a Inferno centipede. So far, they're all centipedes. Yeah, they all seem to be centipedes, 100%. Well, that's sure is spicy, I guess. Alright, before they go anywhere, I want to set up the slag that they brought in to be hauled. Glad I don't have a monument in the monument walls. That needs to remain intact. Okay, so this is very much one of those situations where it's sort of all hands on deck. So, unfortunately, despite it being 4 in the morning, I do have to wake everyone up and send them south. Valentin is going to head down as well. I'd preferably not have holes in my walls. Oh, there's also this one that happens to be inside the Bailey wall. We are going to have some work on our hands. Alright, so what I'm doing here is opening the doors purposefully so that the that did not go the direction I was hoping. Open the doors purposefully so the Inferno Cannoneer has a valid path. And we're going to have to do the same over here quickly as well. Okay. So this is how I want to deal with the mech here. Skip him right next to Talon. Ouch. Talon getting a bad bruise immediately. Bubbaloo, you go tidy up the fire. Everyone else is just going to dump bullets into that mech. This centipede here, let's not open this door. I'll open one that's more north. Okay, that one's dead. And I'm just going to make sure that my steel door doesn't catch fire. The front entrances are being besieged by these. My other guests, like Rospla, they will put up the fires for me. Alright, so this one now has a valid path and won't be bashing my walls. The other issue, of course, is there's a lot of Inferno cannons, but my fire foam poppers, if the fire spreads bad enough, will be triggered and put the fires out. Alright, Valentin, I don't think... Here, you consume a lavish meal from up there. Erberneth, I want you to put out these fires and close these doors. So the first three have been dealt with. Now we're dealing with a little bit more firepower. Let's take this show on the road. I will get them to stack up, ready to defend. I'm adding this zone to safe so that we can fight the fires down there. And we're going to close these gap doors. Alright, taking a quick health check of turrets that might be damaged. None of the damage sustained so far looks like I need to retreat or anything like that. Alright, if we stand really close to the uranium turrets, they won't be able to hit us. Anshui, you're starving. You could be dismissed. At this point, there's only a few left. I might just allow for the automated defenses to deal with the rest. Rospla. I'm going to remove this from safe because... Oh, you must... Interesting. You don't actually care that there's dead bodies here. Somehow or another, it doesn't bother you? I guess because you're a guest? So... I will act on that accordingly, I suppose. So, these shots, of course, wore down my slug durability a bit. And by a bit, I mean a lot. So we're going to need to mine up some additional uranium, which there's a node literally right in our base. Wouldn't be good to have infestation pop up in the middle of the base, but... Alright, we have a bit of a roof collapse. I probably shouldn't have even had a roof there. Because these are not walkable tiles. And then, of course, the part of our defenses that are flammable are roof covered and fire foam popper covered, and then these turrets just don't care. Now there is a cable, some cabling that might burn, but that's of less concern. And I do believe that this is the last centipede. At this point, my slug turrets are all barrel tapped. Except for... Oh, no, that was the last shot. Come on, you can get them. Auto turrets. I'm just trying to keep my guys as healthy as possible. Alright, scheduling. I'm going to have non-bloodlusts. Except for some of the guests here. Okay. I don't know why this fire foam popper is just not triggering, but it will. Let's get some of these fires out. And get repairing and replacing quickly. As you can see, they are already doing it. Alright, so these turrets offline, offline, offline. And there goes all the uranium ahead. What I could do, it's a little risky because calling in allies at this point can get them killed. No, it's too risky. Well, I was going to say I could, of course, call in an ally for them to resupply uranium or steel. But honestly, I think the risk is too high. Okay, no, they're observing corpses. Somehow, Rossblood didn't care, which doesn't much make sense, because they should. Okay, so that means you're all on non-bloodlust. That's fine. Okay, so we're making repairs and barrel placements. We should make sure that, yeah, it's all within a home zone. Good. And there goes, I don't know, something like a little bit more than a dozen centipedes. It's a pretty decent haul for the defenses that we had. A lot of that was because they were scattered, so they weren't coming in all at once. There was some big rushes, though, that kind of came in all at once. All right, at this point, I would say don't sow the Godswood. We're kind of beyond that point. I'm more concerned with food. We've got a digger from Red Vipers passing by. Cool. A visitor. Okay, making required repairs. None of these plasteel turrets really suffered all that much, so that's good. Didn't get damaged. Oh, animals. My bad. Let's get you all to hauling, except for those of you that are going to... And then cremating corpses, I'm going to have ingredient radius cut down so we don't run halfway across the map for it. Making sure the power looks correct. It does. Chris is affecting repairs. Now, of course, the side barricades did take considerable damage, but they're not mission critical. And now we wait for another royal ascent to happen. So it looks like these walls here, I'm actually just going to deconstruct. They were taking a lot of hits. More than probably they should, so let's just remove them. Stone-faced animals. A pack of polar bears are hunting him. Wants my help. A bunch of wild polar bears would actually... How long do I have? A day and a half? Would actually be a good way to deal with some of the raids. If I turtled up and hid inside. And some of those rewards looked pretty alright as well. So I'm just going to want to do as much repairing of the entryway as I can, and then I'll accept that. So, the painted safe zone. Let's see to that again. If we're going to be locked inside due to manhunters, might as well make sure that I capitalize on every inch of my base that I can. Alright, quests. I'm going to accept for the Prestige Cataphract Helmet, Psychic Emanator, Vanometric Power Cell, and Gold. Because some of these things are going to help keep us... The uranium would be really nice, but I think we can deal without. At this point, I would say we are going to be in need of uranium. I don't exactly know where the node is. Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly where the node is. Okay, so once we mine out this portion, done, we will move the drill. Okay, we've got another mech hive. Animals, everybody go to graze. Our guys. Rally to me, my friends. I'm going to pop these doors open so they don't do any destruction. We've got... Oh boy, I've got a lot of pets in danger. I don't think that these will be all centipedes because there's more of them this time. I, of course, could be very wrong. Where is Valentin? Okay. As long as you're not front and center and getting yourself hurt. Okay, so they weren't all centipedes. There's a considerable amount of them. Let's pause a second. Oh boy, Realizer. I don't think that this will end well for you, buddy. I'll try. At this point, this is just bad luck, but I'll try to get Realizer to beeline for cover. Alright, let's continue the slag hauling. Another thing I might be able to do is a... Okay, none of them really landed inside the base. Would be Oh god, one is on you. You've got a scyther. Okay, I'm using... So I use the Psychic Animal Pulsar to attempt to slow down the mechs, to put a bunch of psychotic animals between them and my base. Realizer, I think you are going to be okay. So I used Basilicus's stun in order to help Avernath get away. Valentin, I think you're going to have to do some work here. Alright, so I've made this one berserked, and it's coming. Oh no, right, the one inside the walls. Man, they really want to realize they're dead. Realizer should be okay now. You go to the barn. All my other animals to the barn. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go grab a mech. Realizer got away. Front gates just has a pikeman. I'm going to shut everything down so that the pikeman closes. There we go. So the Godswood, obviously, I know it's on fire. Talon, how are you holding up? You're getting beat up, but you'd be alright. Now, as you can see, there's a ton of wild animals that have gone crazy in order to try to help me. Well, actually, not a ton. There's just some alpaca. But as you can see, it is helping, right? Like, some of these centipedes are getting walloped. I'm allowing these guys to get a little bit closer. Alright, Talon, you need a hospital bed. Don't beat a fire out. Just go straight to the hospital bed. And then, Bubbaloo, you are going to treat them. Everybody else here can rally to the walls. On. I'm going to try to do without the uranium, because I've got scant uranium supplies left. Alright, Basilicus, how bad is it? Just some slight cutting. Bubbaloo, tend to Airmath. Go, alpaca. We're halfway taking that thing down. Alright, so this centipede. That actually might be the most immediate problem. Let me go solve that. Okay. Turn this off. Turn that off. Okay, we do have some centipedes coming in. I probably will have to fire up the slug turrets. I don't really see an alternative here. Alright, so Ervanath, your bleeding will be cured. Talon, I'm going to heal you with good meds, real good meds, because we want you back in the field ASAP. They are getting close. Turn them on. Turn them on. Alright, Maze, I want you first through the door. With Valentin. Actually, we'll set it up like this. Skip. There. That should be fun. Oh, I didn't realize he had a bad back. Alright, my guests, I'm letting off the hook because I gotta keep their moods up. Okay, now that we just have the pikemen there, I'm gonna shut everything down. Tell them how to go. Oh, it won't work well. Good. Okay, we're not out of the woods. Wow. The centipede almost died due to the alpaca. And a rat. Alright, we do have some more centipedes coming in. Marching at us. Zero, I want you to stop what you're doing to go mine uranium. I think we're going to need it. Rosspl's already trying to replace barrel durability for the autocannons. Thanks, I guess. Oh, was taken out. So we got a Lancer and 3 centipedes. Still in the mix. I think it's time to let's have you guys come north. North. Oh, yeah, you were in the middle of barrel durability. Let me try to beat this fire out real quick before this centipede gets here. So we have 2. Okay, I'm just trying to take inventory. Valentin, you actually need to go into the hospital. Zero, hit the Psychic Soothe Pulsar. I think we're going to need it. How long do I have? I don't have that long. Okay, so we're now soothed. I have everybody going to be set to safe again. Realizer, I haven't forgotten about you, puppy. We'll get you healed up here in a sec. So let's go ahead and set up a bit of a firing squad for this last mech. I want to draw the mech in nice and close so that we can do the most damage without using too much steel or whatever. It's going to be important. Okay, so we're going to rush to here. And I'm going to have Bubbaloo pull the mech in like this. Stun it. Cool. The idea behind this strategy is basically just dump as much damage as one can into the mech as fast as we can to maximize destruction. Well, let's do that again. It's a little dangerous for Bubbaloo to be out here, but because of possible friendly fire damage and the like. But it is functionally a pretty sound strategy. Okay, the Lancer died too. This was, honestly, this alpaca. You're amazing, man. You took out a Lancer and a Centipede. Or contributed to it at the very least. Alright, and then we'll treat the Inferno launcher the same way. Valentin, go heal. And Basilicus, go heal. Or Basila. Yeah, I guess your name is Basilicus. Alright, so there might be some mad animals, but that wave is done. A little bit of wounds on Talon. Schedule. Done. We'll beat the fire out, and we are going to need to reload like you would not believe. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave this to burn. Because my walls or rather, the walls and the pathways should block. So we did lose a wall turret due to the... Yeah, lost a wall turret, and then... As much as I wish to heal everybody up right now... who can... Maze, can I... You're up, so I'm going to have you do some healing. I'm going to assign everybody to the good meds. Which apparently didn't work in time. Can you also heal Realizer? Thank you. Good, thank you, thank you. guests being helpful. I'm just so unfamiliar with that concept. I'm just going to do a little cleaning here to make sure that this is nice and sterile, reducing our infestation chance. Talon and Aermanath. Well then, Yanshui, you are going to be sleeping here. Talon and Aermanath here. That frees up this bed for Appa. And I don't even need this, don't even need this anymore. I don't know if I'm going to fix it right now. I'm just going to sort of leave it as a backup bed, but it's useful, right? Alright, let's close these doors. Valentin's fully healed. Good, good, good. Do I need to make you a bionic spine, Valentin? You got a good heart. Pun intended. No, I think Zero is too busy for that. Okay, so we're going to clean up some of the blood around the base. Really, 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 really hope that bugs don't burst out of this. Uh-oh. Well, then. Zero, despite literally not having the ability to speak... Wait a minute. Valentin slandered Zero's voice. I think what really happened was Valentin taunted Zero in the fact that Zero doesn't speak. And Zero just kicked Valentin's butt. If we're being honest, that's how it went down. Because Zero is, of course, a trauma savant who is mute. So, yes. Alright, so we have our Manhunter pack of polar bears intentionally being pulled in. Animals, we want to put you all on grazing, and then scheduling everybody for safe. And then Chris here, you are going to close this door. So this quest here to have polar bears come to us, I accepted because this amount of polar bears actually could be useful in our own defense. We can leverage the polar bears. Alright, so Mathis, I'm going to unrestrict you and have you cremate these corpses so that the safe zone can include there. Alright, Valentin, you are taking a lavish meal. Eating it. So yeah, some of the, let me just do a quick perimeter check. Some of the... No, we don't have any, as long as there's no holes here, I don't think we have any holes between us and the outside world, which is good. Just keep healing up, friends. Alright, so now we have a swarm of polar bears protecting our perimeter, whether they like it or not. I'll leave it to clean. We're obviously not getting uranium right now because of some social fighting. I will add this zone to safe. And in fact, I might add the entire perimeter gaps to safe as well. So that if there's turrets to be rebuilt, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, we can fix that. And there's no real risk of them going out the external doors because they're just not added to the zone. Valentin, it would be very, very helpful if you guys bed rest at 1. Yeah. No, don't relax socially. That's not what I told you to do. Oh, foolish leader. Foolish Stellark. Realizer's going to make a full recovery. Having been shot at by multiple centipedes, I would say that's pretty miraculous. This is... I'm going to forbid this weapon so it doesn't get smelted. We have another mad alpaca. Not a big deal there. I'm kind of used to a bunch of crazy alpacas. Or crazy animals. Oh, yes, you aren't restricted. My bad. Alright, setting you to safe now. The deadfall traps did catch a whole bunch of bears. So a lot of these bears are gonna... Oh, man. One of the ones that got caught here, of course, is the mountain trap. So a lot of these bears are gonna bleed everywhere because they've gotten their heads crushed by falling debris. Just making sure that everybody's unsafe now, because I caught Mathis before it turned ugly. Yes. Everybody's unsafe. We should be okay. And we are going to get that turret repaired. Airbernath's fully healed from getting sliced up by a scyther. That's pretty quick. And Mech Hive scattering everywhere. Alright, so we do have some mechs in the southern areas. Man, all they do is send us, and then we have one in our Godswood. I'm going to work on the 2 southern ones first, and then Godswood. I'm going to advance time a little slowly so I can figure out exactly where they are and what they are. Okay, so we've got at least 1 centipede down here, which is not great. They're the toughest, and a pikeman. That's doable. What about other places? We've got 2 centipedes northwest. A lancer straight north. A few lancers straight north. Centipedes in the northeast. Lancer. More centipedes. In the Godswood is a flame lancer, or a flame centipede. That's not great. Okay, well, we will deal with... Let me leave that open. We will deal with this one first. These 2 first, and then make our way over here as fast as we can. I do believe that... Oh, God. I didn't notice you. Redog. That's a burn scar. Shay. Get around that corner. Who is Talon? 0. Who's close to here? Yanshui and Maes. Totally didn't see this one land. Almost broke the cooler. So, Airbernath, I'm actually going to have you stick around for a second, because you have a shield belt, which actually will help here. Alright, animals. I want you on the barn, which is kind of counterproductive given that the mech is near the barn. So I have 2 fights at once. We're waiting. Okay, Bubbaloo's here. What we need is a brawler like Appa to get ready to brawl this centipede. They'll soon be bashing the walls. Alright, Talon. What can I do to... I can't really do anything to stop the shooting. But now it's brawl. Alright, let's close the distance so we have no friendly fire and just dump on that one. Maya's is coming. So now let's focus on down here. Appa, just go on out. And we're gonna rush this thing. I'm gonna go get the pikeman. Okay, checking the south. Appa, you're just gonna have to keep tanking. What I could do is stun. Roof collapse. Dead polar bear. Okay, you guys did a wonderful job. In fact, you didn't even get hurt. So you two off the hook, off the hook. We very much minimized the amount of damage that our pets took. This thing has a clear path to walk into our base, so we're going to have to deal with that. In fact, nope, sorry, not off the hook. All of you head here. Alright, and then you head north. Most of the mechs here are going to get polar beared, and that's exactly why I accepted that crazy polar bear quest. Because it actually protects us. So you, Appa, are going to go to the bed. Alright, let's rush this thing. Come on. Everybody off the hook now. I don't think we have really any perimeter issues. Yep. Just enemies fighting enemies. Smithing Shay. Where are you, Shay? I want Shay to break down some of these mechs for resources. Because we'll get steel out of it, which will help reload turrets. Realizer's fully healed. And Redog is being healed. Well, I know it's a weird time to end, but that's all the time I have for this episode. Pretty crazy one. Quite a lot of mechs that we've had to destroy, and I suspect it won't get better. Give you a quick little update. We have 8.5 days left on the shuttle out of 12 days total. Thank you all for watching. If you have any feedback for me, do drop me a line in the comments section below. If you'd like to discuss, Radamat.com has a link to Discord. That's a really good place to talk about these series. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Adios.